أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وآتوا النساء صدقاتهن نحلة فإن طبن لكم عن شيء منه نفسا فكلوه هنيئا مريئا صدق الله العظيم. This is verse number 4 of Surah An Nisa. In the previous verse, the objective was to remove the injustice done to women through the multiplicity of marriages. Now this verse takes up a particular right of women and aims to remove the injustice practiced in this matter, that is the right of mahar, dower. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and give the women their dower and good cheer with good heart, and then if they give up some of it out of their own sweet will, then you may have it to your advantage and pleasure, or you can eat it pleasure and enjoyable. So in pre-Islam Arabia, injustices and the payment of dower took many forms. Number one, to begin with, the dower, which was the right of the girl being given in marriage, was not given to her. Instead, the dower was taken by the guardians of the girl directly from the husband. Rank injustice indeed. To get rid of this practice, the Holy Quran said, وَآتُوا النِّسَاءَ صَدَقَاتِهِنَّ نِحْلَةً, meaning and give the women their dower. So this command is addressed to the husbands so that they themselves give their wives their dowers and not give these to others. Also addressed here are the guardians of the girls, with the instruction that they should, in case they happen to receive the dower meant for the girls, so give it straight to the girls and make sure that they themselves do nothing to put the money in personal use without the permission of the girls. Another injustice related to the attitude of the giver of the dower. If someone had to pay it and realized that there was no way out, he would be very sour and unhappy and do it unwillingly, as if he was paying a penalty. This injustice was removed through the use of the word nihla. Nihla means, in Arabic usage, means giving something cheerfully. So the verse here teaches that the dower of women is their right, which must be fulfilled as a matter of obligation, since, as a rule, all obligatory rights must be discharged cheerfully. So it should be in the case of dower, that is, give and good cheer. Yet another injustice regarding the payment of dower was that many husbands, taking advantage of the powerlessness of the wife, would use pressure and make them forego and forgive their dower. But this act of theirs hardly brought forth real forgiving of the standard right. But they, on their part, went about free of the concern for dower, which according to their thinking was forgiven. To eradicate this injustice, it was said in verse number 4, فَإِن تِبْنَ لَكُمْ عَنْ شَيْءٍ مِّنْهُ نَفْسًا فَكُلُوهُ هَنِيئًا مَرِيئًا. It means if these women give up some of it out of their own sweet will, you may have it to your advantage and pleasure. So the point is that exacting forgiveness by pressure or compulsion from an unwilling wife is an exercise of futility. Nothing gets forgiven in this matter, but should it be that they themselves elect out of their free choice and will in its most genuine sense to forego and forgive a part of the dower, or return it to you after they had already taken it, then this is permissible for the husbands and correct as well. So, surely these injustices which the Holy Quran aims to remove, and this verse prevailed at peak during Jahiliyyah, meaning the time of ignorance. But very regrettably, some of these practices of pre-Islam days still survive among Muslims. So there are tribes and geographical areas where one or the other such injustice is not difficult to find. All Muslims must stay away from being a party to such injustices. So the restriction of out of their own sweet will placed in this verse, it has a secret of its own. The truth of the matter is that according to the standard rule of Islamic Sharia, even the smallest portion of what belongs to someone is not lawful for some else unless permitted gladly. The standard rule was set by the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Ala la tazlimu, ala la yahillu ma lumra'in illa bi tibi nafsin minhu." It means beware, do not do injustice. Remember, a person's property is not lawful, meaning for the others, unless it be through his sweet will. So this is a great principle from which many details issue forth. So this is the summary of this verse. وَآتُوا النِّسَاءَ صَدُقَاتِهِنَّ نِحْلَةً, and give the women their dower, nihla, in good cheer. فَإِن تِبْنَ لَكُمْ عَنْ شَيْءٍ مِّنْهُ, then if they give up some of it, عَنْ شَيْءٍ مِّنْهُ نَفْسًا, out of their own sweet will, فَكُلُوهُ, then you may have it, هَنِيئًا مَرِيئًا, as pleasure, Maria, and interesting, like enjoyable. Again, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَآتُوا النِّسَاءَ صَدُقَاتِهِنَّ نِحْلَةً, and give the women their dower, nihla, and good cheer, or with good heart. وَآتُوا النِّسَاءَ, and give the women صدقاتهن their dower نحلة with good heart or in good cheer فإن تبن لكم عن شيء منه فإن then if they تبن لكم then if they give up some of it meaning for you فكلوه هنيئا مريئا then فكلوه eat it or take it هنيئا مريئا as pleasant and مريئا mean and enjoy you can enjoy this again وآتوا النساء and give women their dower نحلة and good cheer فإن تبن لكم عن شيء منه then if they forego or give up some of it out of their own will فكلوه هنيئا مريئا then you may have it as pleasant and joyful وآتوا النساء and give النساء the women صدقاتهن صدقات is the plural form of صدقة or صدقة or صداق صدقة or صداق means dower of the woman صدقاتهن their dower نحلة in good cheer with good heart فإن تبن لكم then if they give up عن شيء منه some of it نفسا of their own sweet will فكلوه you may have it هنيئا مريئا as pleasant مريئا and joyful وآتوا النساء and give النساء the women صدقاتهن their dower meaning the dower of the woman نحلة in good cheer فإن تبن لكم then if they give up some of it فكلوه هنيئا مريئا out of their own sweet will فكلوه you may have it as pleasant مريئا and joyful